Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
It's where we really unpack the big insights from the latest research. We try to cut through all the noise and get straight to what you need to know. And today, we're diving into, well, the huge and ever-growing world of digital marketing.
Right.
Think of it as, the engine that powers how businesses actually connect with you online.
Mm-hmm.
It covers, well, pretty much everything. Search ads, social media campaigns, email, content, the works. Now, for this deep dive, our guide is a really comprehensive report. It's called the Global Digital Marketing Market Forecast to 2033, and it's from Cognitive Market Research.
A solid source.
Yeah, exactly. And our mission today is basically to pull out the most important bits, those key takeaways, maybe some surprising facts about this, frankly, massive market.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help you grasp the sheer scale of it and, what it means globally when businesses change how they talk to people.
And scale is definitely the right word. The numbers are, they're pretty astounding. If you look back at 2021, the global digital marketing market was valued at something like $461 billion.
Already huge.
Already huge, yeah. But then it's projected to jump to over $683 billion by 2025.
Okay.
And this is the big leap. It's forecast to hit an estimated $1.5 trillion by 2033.
Wow. $1.5 trillion. That's a staggering jump. What's really behind that kind of exponential growth?
Well, the core reason for this huge growth, and it shows up in the compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, which is over 10% for that whole period, it's actually pretty straightforward.
Right.
Brands just cannot afford not to be digital anymore. It's fundamentally how they connect with consumers now, wherever you are in the world.
Right.
And this is fueled by, more people getting online, internet penetration surging,
Sure.
the absolute explosion of e-commerce, and the fact that, let's face it, we're all basically glued to our mobile devices.
That makes perfect sense. It sets the stage really well. So, okay, with that kind of massive global expansion happening, does it look the same everywhere?
Yeah.
Or are we seeing different stories in different regions?
That's a great question. It's definitely not uniform. There are different speeds, different focuses across the globe.
So maybe we should take a bit of a journey, region by region. Where should we start? Maybe North America.
Sounds good. Yeah, North America holds a really significant slice of this pie. It shows steady, pretty robust growth. Back in 2021, the market there was roughly $158 billion.
Okay.
By 2033, it's expected to hit nearly $500 billion. So growing at a solid CGR, close to 10%.
And I guess within North America, the U.S. is the big engine, right?
Oh, absolutely. The United States is clearly the dominant player. It contributed over, $129 billion back in 2021?
Wow.
Projected to rise to almost $400 billion by 2033.
Okay, but Canada's putting up some interesting numbers too, isn't it? I saw their CAGR might actually be a bit higher than the regional average.
You're spot on. Canada is a really interesting case. It's smaller, obviously, but it's projected to more than quadruple its market size. Yeah, from around $22.5 billion in 2021 to over $85 billion by 2033. That reflects a really strong annual growth rate, about 11.7%. So that suggests, a rapidly maturing digital scene and Canadian businesses really stepping up their digital adoption.
In Mexico.
Mexico, while starting from a smaller base, also shows steady growth. It's set to more than double its market by 2033.
Okay, so North America, dominant, steady growth, with Canada showing particularly strong acceleration.
Got it. Now let's hop across the Atlantic. What about Europe? Same kind of pattern, or are there different things driving the market there?
Right. Shifting to Europe, it's generally seen as a more mature market, but it's still accelerating digitally in a big way. The region's market size was around $136 billion in 2021. Yeah. Expected to climb to over $420 billion by 2033. So again, a CAGR close to that 10% mark.
And the usual suspects, I imagine. The UK, Germany, France leading the way.
They're definitely leading the charge, yeah. Each of those is projected to reach well over $50 billion by 2033. Germany, for instance, is forecast to hit over $73 billion. But what's kind of interesting here, looking at the numbers, is that some other countries seem to be growing even faster than these traditional powerhouses.
Precisely. That's where it gets interesting. While Germany's big, countries like Italy and Russia actually show higher growth rates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both are clocking in above a 10.4% CAGR. Italy's digital marketing scene is projected to more than triple by 2033.
Wow.
And Russia's isn't far behind that pace. It suggests, maybe substantial untapped potential or perhaps a faster catch-up in embracing digital transformation in those markets.
Spain, too.
Spain's also projected for strong growth, hitting nearly $35 billion by 2033.
Okay, so Europe's definitely booming, mature, but still growing fast, with some, let's say, surprising pockets of even faster growth. All right, now let's shift gears again. Let's head over to Asia Pacific. This region always seems to come up in growth stories. I feel like this is where it gets really dynamic.
It certainly does. Asia Pacific, it posted around $107 billion back in 2021. But it's expected to soar to an impressive $382 billion by 2033. And look at the KGR here, over 11%.
Higher than North America and Europe.
Exactly. This region really feels like, well, the future of digital marketing growth in many ways.
And when you talk Asia Pacific, I mean, China just looms large, doesn't it? What are the numbers looking like there?
China is absolutely pivotal, yeah. As the regional leader, it's set to grow from about $36 billion in 2021 to a massive $127 billion by 2033.
Huge.
Huge. Japan also shows a very strong path, expanding from nearly $18 billion to almost $59 billion by 2033. But honestly, the real standout, the one everyone's watching for growth rate, has to be India.
India, okay, what's the story there?
India's digital marketing market is projected to just leap from around $16.8 billion in 2021 to over $73 billion in the same period. That gives it a remarkable 13% CAGR.
13%. That is incredibly fast. What makes India such a unique growth story?
Well, that astounding 13% CAGR isn't just a number, right? It really reflects this rapid digital transformation happening. You've got this immense digitally savvy youth population.
Right.
That exploding mobile internet access, a booming e-commerce scene. It's just a critical market for any global brand looking for future growth.
It's like they skipped some steps and went straight to digital.
Exactly. It's a classic example of leapfrogging traditional infrastructure straight into the digital age.
Makes sense. And other players in APAC.
Oh, yeah. South Korea and Australia are also major contributors, both set to more than triple their market sizes. The whole region, really, including Southeast Asia, Taiwan.
Yeah.
It all just screams strong growth potential.
Okay, wow. APAC is definitely dynamic. Now, moving on, what about South America? Are we seeing similar robust expansion there?
Yes, definitely seeing strong growth there, too. The digital marketing industry in South America was valued at nearly $24 billion in 2021.
Okay.
But that's projected to grow to over $85 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR of almost 11.2%.
Also very strong growth. Who's leading there? Brazil.
Brazil leads the charge, yeah. Started over $10 billion in 2021, growing to over $36 billion by 2033. But Argentina isn't far behind in terms of growth rate. It's seeing an almost 11.8% CAGR.
Higher than Brazil's rate, then?
Slightly higher, yeah. Projected to reach over $18 billion by 2033. And the drivers are similar, increasing smartphone use, growing online consumer base.
Got it. Okay, and the Middle East.
Yeah.
That often presents a dynamic picture, too, especially with places like the UAE really pushing digital transformation.
It certainly does. The Middle East started around $17.6 billion in 2021. Expected to hit over $63 billion by 2033. That's another impressive CR, 11.2%.
Same as South America.
Right. Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and the UAE are the main players within the region. And you mentioned the UAE, they particularly stand out.
How so?
They boast a really significant CR year of 12.4%, projected to reach over $11 million by 2033.
Wow, that's very high.
It is. And that high growth is often linked to these ambitious national digital transformation plans, plus heavy investment in tech infrastructure.
Makes sense. Okay, our final stop on this world tour is Africa. What's the outlook there? Still emerging, but growing.
Indeed. Africa is projected to see substantial growth as well. It's forecast to grow from just over $17.4 billion in 2021 to over $56 billion by 2033. The CAGR is just over 10%.
So still strong double-digit growth.
Absolutely. Nigeria and South Africa are the major contributors currently, both significantly growing their markets as mobile internet access continues to expand across the continent. It really points to the immense potential for digital engagement in what is, a rapidly developing consumer landscape.
Okay. So we've covered the globe, North America, Europe, Asia Pacific with that incredible growth.
Yeah.
South America, Middle East, Africa. It's quite a journey. What does it all really mean when you step back? We've seen this market go from, $461 billion in 2021, already huge, to a projected $1.5 trillion by 2033. It's a testament to the power of digital connection, isn't it? And how fast the world is changing.
It really is. And if you connect this back to the bigger picture, those core drivers we talked about earlier, they become crystal clear.
Right.
It's the rising internet penetration globally. It's the explosion of e-commerce becoming, a primary way we shop. And it's the sheer ubiquity of mobile usage. Everyone's on their phone.
All the time.
Pretty much. And these trends just intensify the demand for digital campaigns that are targeted, that are data-driven, that can scale. It makes digital marketing not just important, but absolutely essential for pretty much any business hoping to thrive today.
Yeah, and it's important to remember, these aren't just abstract numbers floating around on a spreadsheet, are they?
Not at all.
They actually reflect how businesses are fundamentally changing the way they reach you, how you get information, how you make choices. It shows how the digital world is constantly evolving around all of us every single day.
Yeah.
It's shaping our experiences.
Absolutely. Which maybe raises an important question for you, the listener, to think about. If digital marketing really is becoming, as the report suggests, an indispensable pillar of modern business strategy, and it keeps growing at this exponential rate we've been discussing, what could that actually mean for the future? The future of our online interactions.
Yeah, how does it change things?
How might it reshape the skills people need in the workforce? And maybe even the very nature of that relationship between brands and consumers, especially in a world that feels increasingly, digitally saturated.
That's a really interesting thought to leave people with. Plenty of them all over there.
Definitely something to consider until our next deep dive. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we really try to cut through the noise for you.
Stack up the sources.
Exactly. Stack up the sources, pull out the key insights. And today, we're plunging right into the heart of the global digital marketing market. We've looked at some really insightful stuff, including a pretty detailed analysis from cognitive market research.
Right.
And our mission, really, is to distill what's actually driving this field. It's incredibly dynamic, what challenges it's facing, and where it's headed next for you.
And look, this isn't just about marketing jargon, is it? It's really about understanding how businesses connect with you.
Yes.
In this totally digital world we live in now. What's fascinating, I think, is just how fast this whole landscape evolves. It really changes things.
Absolutely. It's constant motion. So, okay, let's kick things off. What's the fuel here? What are the big engines pushing digital marketing forward so fast?
The rocket fuel, as you put it.
Yeah, the rocket fuel. Okay, so driver number one. Feels almost obvious now, but it's fundamental. The massive increase in internet and smartphone use globally.
Can't overstate that one.
Right. We're in this always-on environment. You, me, everyone, we're connected pretty much around the clock. And that gives brands this, unprecedented access. Think about affordable data, smartphones everywhere.
Yeah.
It's turned platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram. They're like these huge arenas now.
High traffic arenas, exactly.
For campaigns, yeah. And companies can deliver super targeted, really personalized stuff right to you. Anytime, anywhere.
It really did change the game, fundamentally. I mean, if you connect this to the bigger picture.
Go on.
Before this kind of global accessibility, reaching huge audiences with messages tailored just for them, that was almost impossible for most companies.
Pipe dream, yeah.
Right now, it's, accessibility meets opportunity on a massive scale. Kind of leveled the playing field, didn't it?
It really did. Okay, so that's connectivity. Now, driver number two. This is where it gets really interesting for businesses, I think. The power of data.
Ah, yes. Data.
We're seeing this huge shift toward, data-driven decisions.
Definitely.
Digital marketing lets businesses track user data in real time. And crucially, they can change their campaigns, instantly, on the fly.
Which is huge.
It is. Marketers aren't just counting clicks anymore. They're using analytics, sometimes really complex stuff, to map out the whole customer journey.
Understanding the why behind the what.
Exactly. What you did, what you might do next. This lets them constantly tweak the message, maximize the ROI. I mean, you just can't get that kind of precision with old school TV or print ads.
No, you really can't. And this brings up a critical point, right?
Yeah.
How do you actually measure if something's working?
Good question.
Digital marketing gives you answers, detailed answers. It allows for that continuous optimization you mentioned. We're talking about knowing exactly which ad, which email, which click actually led to a sale. That's incredibly powerful for deciding where to spend money.
Immensely powerful. Okay, driver number three. And this one's key, especially if you're thinking about budgets.
Ah, the money.
Yeah, the cost efficiency.
Yeah.
Digital channels, well, they often have a much lower cost to get a customer cost per acquisition compared to, say, TV or print.
Significantly lower, often.
Right. Which makes them super attractive for small businesses, startups trying to grow fast without, needing a massive ad budget.
It democratizes things, in a way.
It does. The high ROI, the fact that you can measure the impact so clearly, it's changing how companies allocate their marketing spend. Completely.
And it's not just about saving money, though that's part of it. It's about leveling the playing field, like we said.
Right.
Smaller companies can actually use these sophisticated tools now. They can compete with the big guys in ways they couldn't before. It forces everyone to be sharper, more innovative.
Okay, so powerful drivers. Connectivity, data, cost efficiency sounds great, but it's not quite that simple, is it?
Really is.
No journey is smooth. Let's shift gears a bit. Talk about the roadblocks, the challenges marketers are really wrestling with right now.
Okay, the hurdles.
First one, and it's a big one, data privacy and regulation. You hear about laws like GDPR in Europe, CCPA in California.
They're game changers.
They really are. These aren't just minor rules. They're fundamentally changing how companies can collect and use your data. Get it wrong, and you face huge fines, but also serious damage to your reputation.
Definitely.
It makes it way harder to do that personalization we talked about while staying legal and, importantly, keeping user trust.
And that raises a really important question, doesn't it? How do you find that balance? Personalization versus privacy.
It's a tightrope walk.
It really is. It forces companies to be much more ethical, much more transparent about what they're doing with data, which arguably is a good thing.
Perhaps long overdue. Okay, challenge number 2. Just the sheer amount of noise out there. High competition.
Oh, yeah. It's crowded.
Understatement, right. The digital space is incredibly saturated. Brands are all fighting for your attention on more and more platforms.
Blessingly.
And this leads to things like, ad fatigue. You just get tired of seeing ads everywhere.
Or banner blindness.
Exactly. Your brain literally learns to ignore those banner ads. So marketers have to constantly innovate, find new ways to stand out just to stay relevant.
Yeah, connecting this to the bigger picture. It means just being louder doesn't cut it anymore.
Nope.
It's not about volume. It's about finding, unique ways to actually connect, offer real value, cut through that noise.
Right. And speaking of annoying ads, challenge number 3. If you've ever used an ad blocker yourself.
Which many, many people do.
Exactly. You're part of this challenge. The rise in ad blocker usage. It's seriously dented the effectiveness of a lot of standard display ads. People are just more resistant to ads that interrupt what they're doing. It's pushing marketers towards more organic approaches.
Content marketing, SEO.
Yeah, quality content, good SEO, making sure the user experience on your site or app is smooth. These things become way more important.
What's really fascinating here, I think, is the shift in power.
How so?
Consumers are basically dictating the terms now. They're saying, this is how I want to be engaged, or maybe don't engage me like that.
Yeah.
It forces brands to provide real value, not just push messages. Earn attention, don't just buy it.
Earn attention. I like that. So, okay, challenges are real. Privacy, competition, ad blockers. It sounds tough. Are marketers just fighting an uphill battle?
Well, not entirely, because challenges often spark innovation, right?
Leading to new opportunity.
Exactly. And there are some really exciting new trends shaping the future. Let's talk about those.
Okay, let's shift to the opportunities. Trend number 1, the emergence, or maybe the evolution, of influencer marketing.
Influencers.
And this isn't just about big celebrities anymore, is it?
No, not at all. That's kind of the old model.
Brands are increasingly working with micro-influencers, even nano-influencers, people with smaller but really dedicated niche audiences.
Right. Highly engaged followers.
Exactly. These influencers often get much higher engagement rates. And importantly, their followers tend to see them as more authentic, more trustworthy than a traditional ad. So they become great partners for storytelling, aligning the brand with someone people actually trust.
And this really hits on that question of trust in advertising again, doesn't it?
It does.
People seem to trust recommendations from, someone they feel they know, even online, more than a slick corporate campaign. It's more peer-to-peer in a way.
Yeah, it feels more organic. Okay, trend number 2. Think about how you use your phone or smart speaker now. You talk to it, right?
All the time. Or use visual search.
Exactly. Which leads to the evolution of voice search and visual search optimization. More people using voice assistants, using tools like Google Lens.
Yeah, pointing your phone at something to find out what it is.
Right. So marketers have to completely rethink their SEO. It's not just about keywords typed into a box anymore.
No, it's about natural language.
Optimizing for conversational questions, how people actually talk, and using visual recognition tech so your products show up when someone does an image search.
If we connect that to the bigger picture, it's really about making information findable in ways that feel more natural to us.
More intuitive.
Yeah, moving beyond just typing, adapting to how we actually interact with tech these days.
Makes sense. Okay, trend number 3. And you really can't have a conversation about digital marketing today without talking about AI.
Absolutely impossible. AI and automation.
It's everywhere. Artificial intelligence is driving, well, almost everything, it seems. Predictive analytics, figuring out what trends are coming.
Automated content creation.
Chatbots handling customer service. And the ad side, real-time bidding, campaign optimization. It's getting incredibly sophisticated.
Scary sophisticated sometimes.
It allows brands to personalize experiences for you at a massive scale and with a level of precision that was, frankly, science fiction not long ago.
What's fascinating here is just the sheer efficiency boost.
Right.
And the level of hyper-personalization AI makes possible. It's fundamentally changing how campaigns are planned, run, managed, everything, start to finish. It frees up marketers to think more strategically, perhaps.
Hopefully. So, okay, we've covered a lot. Drivers, challenges, new trends. What does this all mean for you listening right now?
The big picture takeaway.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear the digital marketing world is one of just incredibly rapid innovation, fierce competition too, but also huge opportunity.
Definitely.
So whether you're, say, a startup founder trying to make a mark or a CMO managing big budgets or honestly just someone trying to navigate this digital world.
Which is everyone.
Pretty much everyone, yeah. Staying ahead or even just keeping up means understanding these forces, the privacy laws changing how targeting works, the tech, like AI enabling this super personalized engagement. It's this constant, honestly, quite exhilarating evolution.
And knowledge like this is most valuable when you can actually understand it and, apply it. This deep dive hopefully gives you a really solid foundation for that.
Yeah, a framework for thinking about it.
To not just watch these shifts happening, but to maybe navigate them a bit more effectively.
So, we always like to leave you with something to think about. Here's one. As technology, especially AI, keeps advancing, and people rightly remain concerned about privacy, how do you think brands are going to build genuine trust?
That's the million-dollar question.
How will they connect authentically in a world where AI is doing more and more, and privacy is paramount, something to mull over?
Definitely something to consider.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.